Perspectives in psychology. My name is Maurice Ingeniko. Psychology is the science of or the study of understanding how people think and behave. And the important different perspective in psychology, and it helps understand human behavior, and they offer diverse insight into psychology phenomena, and it promotes critical thinking and interdisciplinary collaboration. So we're going to be covering what we're going to be covering today is the discussion of psychodynamic and cognitive behavioral perspective, evaluation of key assumptions, psychodynamic and cognitive behavioral perspective, evaluation of work by key theories in each perspective, analysis of similarities and differences between perspective, evaluation of application to contemporary issues in psychology. Psychodynamic perspective. It was pioneered in the late 1800s and 1900s, and early 1900s, and it pioneered by Sigmund Freud. The psychodynamic perspective focuses on how unconscious thoughts and childhood experience influences behavior and personality. The key concept is the unconscious mind is reserved, repressed desire, memories, and conflicts, and the essential role in behavior according to Freud. Freud's structural model component ID, ego, superego. The ID is the pleasure principle, the pleasure related, it seeks immediate gratification without any control of the reality or conserve reality. Then the ego is reality oriented. Then the superego internalize moral values. The psychosocial stages theory explains personality development through distinct stages. The stages include aura, ana, phallic, latency. The ana is 0 to 1 year, 1 to 3 year phallic, 3 to 6 years latency, 6 puberty, and the puberty to onward, which is the genital stages. Unresolved conflict during this stage can lead to fixation, can lead to development of personality traits and behavioral characteristics of each stages. Cognitive behavior perspective. The cognitive behavioral perspective is pioneered by Aaron Bex, and he approaches in psychology that explore how our thoughts and beliefs affect our feelings and behavior, and how changing our thoughts can lead to changing our behavior and emotional well-being. Key concept is the social learning theory by Albert Bandura, and he introduced self-efficacy. Cognitive therapy by Aaron Bex addresses maladaptive true patterns. Bandura social learning through observation and imitation. Self-efficacy influences motivation and behavior. Beck's cognitive theory, it addresses cognitive distortion and irrational beliefs, promotes adaptive thinking and patterns and behavior. Carl Gustav Jung, he expanded upon psychoanalytic theory and introduced concepts such as collective unconscious and archetypes in proposed theory on personality typology, such as introversion and extraversion. He developed analytical psychology and emphasized the importance of spiritual and symbolism in human experiences. Albert Bandura pioneered social learning theory and emphasized the role of observation, imitation, and modeling in behavior acquisition. And he introduced the concept of self-efficacy and the integrated cognitive and behavioral principle into social cognitive theory. He emphasizes more reciprocal interaction between personal factors, environmental influence, and behavior. Evaluating key assumption, psychodynamic, the unconscious process, early childhood experience, defense mechanism. Assessment of key assumptions, unconscious processes, significant influence on behavior. The things we are not aware of can still affect how we act. The complexity of human behavior. People's minds are more complicated than what we consciously understand. Early childhood experiences, he helps shaping personality disorder. Enduring influence on behavior. The effect of childhood experience can last a long time and impact how we later behave in life. Defense mechanism, protection from anxiety. A mind voice to protect us from feeling too anxious. Psychological equilibrium maintenance. This defense helps us to keep our mind balanced. Evaluating key as also cognitive behavioral perspective, the role of thoughts and beliefs and behavioral modification. Role of thoughts and belief. Our emotion behavior, our emotion and behavior, uh, our thoughts and beliefs and the influence how we think and believe can greatly affect how we act and feel. Distorted thoughts contribute to distress. Therapy targets cognitive distortion and the behavior modification, systematic intervention for change. The therapist uses structured technique to help individuals modify their behavior and target both cognitive and behavioral aspects. Cognitive behavioral therapy addresses both the thoughts and actions that contribute to psychological issues and uses techniques like exposure therapy and cognitive restructuring. Therapy employs various methods such as exposing individuals to fear situations and challenging negative thought patterns to facilitate behavioral change. The strength of the strength and weakness of psychodynamic perspective. The comprehensive understanding of behavior help us understand why people behave the way they behave, and it help us look deeper on unconscious process. The valuable insight into personality development. It offers valuable insight into how personalities form and develop over time. And the weakness is that some critics argue that there isn't enough solid proof to support the idea of psychodynamic perspective, and they overemphasize on sexuality and the unconsciousness. Cognitive behavioral perspective, the strength and the weakness. The practical is that the strength is that it uses method proven by research and the practical and evidence based and is clinically effective. The weakness is that it's possible oversimplification and it is limited for complex issues. Evaluated key theories in psychodynamic perspective. Sigmund Freud contribution revolutionized psychology with theories on unconscious mind, personality, and psychosexual stages. Notable ideas: unconscious as irrespiratory of desires, structure model of mind, the ID, the ego, and superego, and the influences that develop psychoanalytic techniques like free association and dream analysis. Criticism: lack of empirical evidence, focus on sexuality limits applicability. Carl Jung contributes expanded psychoanalysis theory with collective unconscious and archetypes. Notable ideas: collective conscious contains universal symbols, differentiation between personal and collective unconscious. Explore symbolic meaning of dreams, myths, and religious symbols. The criticism is that lack empirical support, superlative, speculative notion of concepts like archetypes. Key theories in cognitive behavioral perspective. Aaron Beck's about Bandura contribution. Aaron Beck's contribution development of cognitive therapy focusing on challenging irrational belief. Notable ideas: interpretation of events determine emotions and behavior. If the influences that cognitive therapy model is central to understanding depression, and the criticism is the focus on symptom reduction, limited consideration of interpersonal factors. About Bandura contribution, social learning theory emphasizes observational learning and self-efficacy. Notable ideas: individual learn by observing others, self-efficacy influences behavior, and the influence Bobodo experiment demonstrate observational learning in children. The criticisms are limited on emphasizing cognitive processes, neglect of individual difference. The similarities between psychodynamic and cognitive behavioral perspective is that both perspectives recognize the importance of internal processes in our behavior, and both agree that early experiences shaping personality and behavior. Differences: the role of the unconscious. Psychodynamic perspective emphasizes unconscious drive and conflict in behavior. Cognitive behavior focuses more on conscious thoughts and beliefs. Approaches to intervention. Psychodynamic aim to uncover unconscious conflict through techniques like free association. Cognitive behavior focuses on challenging maladaptive thought and behavior through structural intervention like cognitive restructuring. Evaluation of application to contemporary issues. Psychodynamic perspective. The attachment style, it understand helps on explain how early experience shape attachment style. Therapy talks about past to improve relationship. It helps people understand relationship better. The personality disorder. Understanding is explain how childhood affect personality and make us understand, and talks about past to improve personality, and the outcome is that it helps people understand themselves better. Trauma-related disorder, understanding helps effects of trauma and it talks about trauma to feel better when we talk about them and it helps people cope with trauma. That's the outcome for trauma-related disorder. Cognitive behavior perspective is anxiety disorder. It teaches kids to deal with anxiety and changing thoughts and facing fear. They use that technique and the outcome that helps people control anxiety. Depression approach, it teaches kids to feel better, changing negative thoughts and staying active and helps people feel better. The mental health intervention is an approach it teaches skills for good mental health, manages stress and solving problems, and it helps people stay mentally healthy. The conclusion is that we will explore two psychological perspectives, the psychodynamic and the cognitive behavior. We'll discuss key assumptions, theories, similarities, differences, and contemporary applications. Psychodynamic perspective focuses on unconscious processes, childhood experience, and defense mechanism. Freud and Jung made significant contribution, useful for understanding personality, attachment, and trauma. Cognitive behavior perspective emphasizes cognitive process and observable behavior. Bandura and Bear are key figures, offers practical intervention for anxiety, depression, and mental health. Psychological richness lies in a diverse perspective, and the critical evaluation and integration of insight helps understand and our understanding, and it leads to effective intervention for individuals and communities. And these are the references. Thank you.